Morning all. All right, news of the day video for all you fine people on the internet for your Tuesday, December the 17th. 2 weeks left in 2024. All right, so Anthony Stolarz goes from day to day to being out for a while. It's a 4 to 6 week time period for Stolarz. An MRI has revealed what Brad Treeliving is referring to as a pebble on his knee, so they're going to have to do a procedure and basically clean it up, get it repaired, and so it's a 4 to 6 week time frame for Stolarz as to when he's going to be returning to the lineup for Toronto. This will give Hildeby some starts. This will give them a good chance to see what he can do at the NHL level. And Wolves going to play some games between now and when Stolarz returns. Barring, of course, Toronto going out and finding another goaltender, which certainly is possible. There are definitely some teams with 3 goaltenders that might be willing to move one for the right price. Pachal in Calgary. He signs a 2-year extension with the team. The cap hit $1.875 million, according to Elliot Friedman. So Pachal's going to be sticking around in Calgary. He's having a very good year. Honestly, Pachal's fit in pretty well in Calgary. I think Miramanov has as well, but Pachal's been the more prominent of those two. And he gets himself an extension. No argument with that. Kind of a first here. Kevin He becomes the first Chinese-born player to sign a pro contract in the National Hockey League. In what I was reading, his family moved over to Canada when he was at 12 years old, and he was really involved in the hockey, of course, and now he has signed a pro contract with the Winnipeg Jets. So good on Kevin He, and we'll see if/when he makes his debut with the Winnipeg Jets. But signing a pro contract, 3-year entry-level contract, kind of cool. The Vancouver Canucks. So Pierre LeBrun reporting that the Vancouver Canucks are seeking 2 items on the trade market. They want a top 4 defenseman. That's not going to be cheap. And he doesn't feel like it's just because of the chronic injury that they likely were looking for a top 4 defenseman before the chronic injury. This just makes things a little more of a need than just a want, right? And they're looking for a winger as well. I would think top 9. I don't think it needs to be top 6, but we'll see what they do. Certainly with the trade deadline coming up, one player to keep an eye on would be Besser, since he's on an expiring deal. Do they extend him? Does he end up being moved? We'll see. But the Vancouver Canucks looking to add. They have until tomorrow to make any additions before the freeze comes into effect, and then trades wouldn't be available to them until December the 28th. So 10-day period where you can't make any trades. And so it'll be interesting to see over the next 24 hours if we do get some moves in the NHL prior to that deadline. The Detroit Red Wings, Derek Lalonde is saying that Lyon will be available tomorrow, not revealing whether or not he's going to be the starter. And the expectation is that Talbot should be available this weekend for the Red Wings. The good news for them is Husso hasn't been bad in place of those 2 goaltenders. And yeah, with Lyon and Talbot both being good to go, you would think by this weekend, definitely not too shabby of a goaltending duo right there. Detroit, of course, has been a disappointment so far this year, but who knows? Maybe once they get healthier, maybe that'll start to turn around for them. Victor Hedman is good to return tonight for the Tampa Bay Lightning against Columbus. He's missed the last 2 games for the Tampa Bay Lightning, so returning tonight. Good news for Tampa Bay and their fans, of course. Hedman's still one of the best defensemen in the game. We don't hear him talked about nearly as much when it comes to the Norris Trophy. Totally understandable why, but I think we've gotten to the point where maybe Hedman's a little bit underappreciated and a little bit underrated. Just a tiny, just a smidge, just a bit. But yeah, him being back in the lineup tonight should be a boost for the Tampa Bay Lightning. Vakanainen spotted in a regular jersey at practice. And at practice as well on a pairing with Ruhwedel for the New York Rangers. So maybe he'll be in the lineup for the Rangers sooner rather than later. For the New York Rangers, of course, just a continuing mess that we've seen around the New York Rangers so far this season. And when will that end? No clue. But it definitely seems like things are kind of messy around the Rangers. Vakanainen is a good bottom pairing defenseman. We'll see how he does with the New York Rangers. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. As always, don't forget to hit like and subscribe in the event you may not have done so already. Thank you guys so much for all your support as always. I will talk to you again soon.